All right, everybody, welcome back to Newsroom Live. Meteorologist Mike Woods in the Weather Center talking about the weather today and some things down the road for us.
Do you really want to hear it,
We
Antoine?
got to hear it,
We
Mike.
got to hear
We
it.
got to hear it,
Okay,
Mike.
so I know because I have not been a popular guy for quite some time now.
We
We're still
understand.
trying to recover from what we had over the weekend with that storm. So let me get down to business and show you what we're dealing with. First of all, so the weekend storm, what? It dropped between 10 to close to 18 inches of snow.
And you all got it right.
Yep, exactly. Because a lot of times folks are like, "Oh,
You got it
yeah,
right.
we were right on point
You
with that one."
absolutely were.
So now we're kind of concerned with what's coming up for us with the next one because as far as the next one, it's starting to come together. So we were hoping for a nice little break. First of all, it's cold outside, but no, looks like we are still going to have to deal with yet another potential coastal storm, a nor'easter, if you will. Here's your weather headlines. Another very cold start coming through for you today with maybe some broken clouds out there, bitter cold temperatures, and then the weekend coastal storm. Let's just get down to business with what's going on with this here. First of all, we have a cold weather advisory. Let's talk about that and show you what's happening with that. We've got wind chill factors in the blue shaded regions until 10 a.m. today, but actually it's again for you until 11 a.m. tomorrow. So cold weather advisory not going away anytime soon. We're waiting for the next storm to come on by, and it's this right here. Let's see, there's the radar satellite. We'll play this bad boy. And what we have is cold air that just keeps on dropping down from Canada, but we're waiting for our, that one does not do what I expected it to. The bottom line is we're going to see a storm come together. And it's not with us right now. Now we've got that cold Arctic air, but what you're going to see is a trough of low pressure developing right there. Now that is the potential of the coastal low. You see it right there, heading down into the southern states. That's the next nor'easter that wants to come together. Timing for that is then Friday at 6 p.m. Still, we have the Arctic air on top of us, but then it starts to pick up moisture. Another area of low pressure comes to life here. That's a coastal low, pretty much a classic coastal low situation. Nor'easter coming together for us here. Now we're into Saturday morning, and guess what? There's the snow coming into the tri-state region. At one point, the models really wanted to keep this offshore, but now it's starting to look more and more like it's closer to shore, which means we've got a persistent onshore wind, snow setting up. This is late Saturday and now going into Sunday as well. Now, I know a lot of folks were still trying to get over the last one, which brought us anywhere from 10 to 16 inches for most. This is what this one's putting out. Now, these are the numbers that the models are putting out for late Saturday into early Sunday. But they've been updating and these numbers have been trending up. So it's about 2 to 4 inches for the metro areas, but you start heading down to the Jersey Shore, east end of Long Island, around that 6 to 8 inch snow total. Again, that's late Saturday into Sunday. So this winter, we got walloped last weekend. Looks like this weekend it may not be as bad as it looks right now, but the models changed pretty dramatically from yesterday when they were a little further offshore to now we're back in the play. If it hugs closer to the coast, I'll tell you what, there is some potential that we could 20 plus inches of snow if you see coastline hugging nor'easter again. Cold air is here. A record breaker.
Question about the cold air.
Okay, yes.
It just feels, I spent 3 years in Chicago before I came here years ago. Why does it feel so cold still?
Here?
Yeah.
First of all, that cold air has been sinking in, but our temperatures have been hanging only in the upper teens to low 20s for several days now. And guess what? We don't get a break from it all the way through this extended forecast. There's no temp above 32 degrees, so we're sub-freezing throughout the entire 7-day stretch.
Wait, look at the lows.
Look at this. Look at that. That's just silly. A low temp of 3, and that's not considering the wind. So it's actually the wind on top of those cold temperatures that makes it feel colder. That's what we're talking about when we're like the wind chill factor for you. That's when our wind chill factors over the next few days will be down to around 0 to about negative 15. I saw it at negative 20 at one point for Monticello up to our northwest earlier this morning. And it's going to be even colder on Friday and Saturday morning. I hate to say it, pal.
No, you said something. You said Friday afternoon, evening, 6-ish in that window. What might we expect to happen? And we know the modules can change. Atmospheric. What might we expect to happen around 6-ish?
You mean Friday? For the next model run? Well, I hope we don't see what we're seeing. The problem is it's trending toward more snow. And that's not the direction you want to see it go. You want to see it push offshore and for the models to come into agreement. Unfortunately, they're coming into agreement that we're getting more snow out of this. So we can keep our fingers crossed that that thing stays offshore and somehow things completely change. But right now, I'd say that's unlikely. Snow for especially South Jersey, Eastern Long Island. Looks like a pretty good hit of snow. Metro areas, it's a moderate hit of snow as it stands right now. But you got to stay tuned, so we'll give you the details that you need as we get closer to game time.
So look, question for you.
Yep.
All right, when you have gone all in, doing what you're doing,
yes,
and looking and doing the maps, watching the advisories from the NWS, and then when you leave to go home, do you turn off Weather Mike and try to get into another role, or do you still check your phone for the alerts? Or
so I give it a break for a few hours in the afternoon, but it really is my hobby, weather. So I will go home and I'll probably check a little social media, but I'll go right back into it, especially by the afternoon and the evening when the latest models come out, because that way I know what's going on, and also I come back into work ready to, with the latest information kind of cooking in my brain already. So I am one of those weather nerds. I told my parents when I was 8 years old I was going to be a meteorologist. I'm into it. So therefore, I'm dedicated since I was a kid.
And we are all the better for it, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Here to work for you. We're ready for the next one.
We will be.
If it may come, but right now, fingers crossed we come out of this unscathed. Put a nice little fresh layer of snow on top of the old stuff, so it'll look pretty all over again.
Whatever. All right. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.